Hey Vanner family. So I'm at Camp Buck. I'm walking back to the parking area. I had just missed the bus and no ATVs were on their way up to the parking area. So I'm walking, I think it's about less than a mile to walk up. But one of the Vanner family members came by, who lives nearby, came by just to say hi and hang out with me just for a little bit, just for a few minutes. She happened to be in this way, Miss A. Hi, Miss A. I'm hoping to spend a little bit of time with her while I'm here on the East Coast. She's in Maryland, so not too far from Northern Virginia. You know, maybe an hour and a half where she is compared to where I am. But yeah, she happened to be in the area where Camp Buck is happening today and said she would pop over, and she did. So I'm going to go hang with her up at my van. My van is parked in the parking area. I'm here and made it to the Buck Camp event for the weekend. They're using the lower field for people. A lot of people are tent camping. Some people are RVing. And as you can see, let me zoom in, they have cattle on the upper field, so we're not using the upper field. So a lot less space this year than they usually have because they've got cattle. All this 300 acres. The event happens back there in the woods. There's a big clearing. That's where the actual event happens. They have a shuttle that'll run back and forth once the music and all the festivities start. So I'll be sleeping in the van, but I'll be spending the day and the evenings and stuff there and riding the shuttle back and forth as I need to come get stuff or warm up or eat and stuff like that. So I'm ready to have a good time this weekend. People are starting to come in. Some of these people came yesterday. The RVers came yesterday or even this week. They dropped their RVs off and then they'll be back in their vehicles that they tow. They'll be back in their vehicles later on today. So I'm excited to have a fun weekend. I will take pictures and record as much as I can, but you know, what happens at the event stays at the event. And the actual event happens in the woods here. There's a couple of different clearings in the woods, and that's where the partying happens and all the debauchery. But no vehicles are allowed back there except for ATVs and those other kind of all-terrain type vehicles. And they have a school bus, an old school bus with all the seats in it still, that they shuttle people back and forth to a certain hour. And then I'm not sure what time it is. I'll find out when I get up here when the last bus leaves this area. So I'll probably come back just before dark, catch the bus, and stay for the partying and the bonfire and all that kind of stuff. Then catch the bus back up to where my van is. Because I'm in a camper van, I had to park with the RVs. Now, tent camping, if you want to tent camp, you can park down at the main event, which maybe I'll try that next year. It happens every October, so maybe I'll try tent camping next year. Definitely will need a buddy heater because it's going to get cold tonight in the 40s, so that's really cold, especially if you're in a tent. So, but maybe next year I'll do it because then I can be where the action is and not have to do the back and forth. So, yeah, I think I'm turning the bend here. I'm going to show you some of the land as I'm walking. So this is the trail, part of it anyway. It's really cold back up in here in the woods here. So that's another reason for it being so cold in the tent camping area. Where I'm parked, I'm in a big clearing, a big place where all the RVs are, and I got nothing but sun. It was actually quite hot in my van this afternoon when I was eating lunch. Like, I had to take off my hoodie, take off my long sleeve shirt, and just put on a tank top while I was in the van eating. And yeah, it got really hot in the van. I'm getting full sun on my panel, which is good. That's why I kind of found that spot, because I wanted to make sure the afternoon was giving me full sun on my panel, because I want to make sure I have enough juice in my batteries, my 2 small batteries, to you know, run my tablet all night when I watch Netflix and charge my phone. That's really all I have. Right now, I think my taser is charging. Like I said, this is the first time I've been to this event. I do have my little taser, so I wanted to charge it. I do know a couple of people, but this event is really big compared to Seaside and compared to the trail ride that they had on this same property. This is huge. We're talking, you know, hundreds of people at this event, and I only know maybe 5. So, yeah, I want to make sure that I'm safe where I am, you know, just in case somebody has a little bit too much to drink. You know how that can be. But I'm sure I'll be perfectly fine. I don't have a fear. I just want to be ready in case. That's all. So I probably have maybe a quarter mile or so to go before I get up to the parking lot, maybe less. So I'm going to go ahead and continue walking to meet up with Miss A and hang out with her as long as she's able to. And I'll probably stay at the van for a little while. I'm expecting Mr. P and Miss K sometime this evening. Hope they get here before dark, because this is not somewhere you want to be traversing or driving into when it's dark. So, yep, I can see the, this is the original school bus that they had as their shuttle, and now they have the big school bus. Let me show you that. Oh, there's an ATV coming. Let me get out of the way.
You okay?
Yep, just going back to meet a friend.
All right.
See, everybody does that. Everybody stops to make sure you're okay. They stop to check on people. Let me just show you. This is the original school bus, and now it's just parked here to let rot, basically. It's too bad. They could have sold it. Somebody could have built a nice schoolie out of it. It's pretty much the size school bus that I want, but I'm sure it's no longer functional. But they now have a bigger one that is a big, you know, the longer school bus. That one became too small to shuttle people back and forth and all their belongings. So if you're a tent camper and you have all your stuff, you have to get shuttled in or out, either on ATV or in the school bus. So they don't want you driving cars down here. Unless you've come earlier today, this morning, or yesterday, then you could have driven cars down, but not today, not this afternoon, not this late in the game. So, and this is part of their business. They upkeep, sell, rent, and upkeep porta potties. It's part of their business. It's a family that owns about 300 acres of land. So family owned, black owned, family owned land. And there's the clearing up there where that sound is coming from. So let me get on up there. Okay, I'm gonna get up here to Miss A, and I will see you guys on the next video. See you next time. Check out the journey from day 1 through now, or check out one of the other playlists available. Thanks for watching.